Hello, today we're going to be looking at the concept of constructivism and how it relates to a children's book I wrote called How I Became Brave. Constructivism is defined as someone developing further skills based off of their or others' previous knowledge. It's the continued learning through applying previous experiences. An application of constructivism is creating a meaningful context that helps students obtain knowledge from their own experiences or with the help of others. This comic represents the steps for learning that is built off asking others for help or thinking of previous events that will help with future issues. The theme of this comic is a child learning to overcome their fears and how constructivism plays a part in it. Each sequence of slides represents a problem that the child had, and with them figuring out a solution on how not to be afraid. Although the themes of constructivism can be found throughout the comic, I focused on specific themes on each slide. So let's get started. When I was young, I was so scared of everything around me. I remember being scared inside my own house. When I thought of going to the basement, I thought a witch was going to get me and my sister. When I asked my parents how to get rid of this witch, they said to always turn on the light when I went down the stairs. Now, she can never be there because I always make sure to leave the lights on. So in these slides, the child has a problem of fearing a witch inside the basement. In order to find out how to deal with it, the child asks their parents. The parents then present their prior knowledge of witches' fear of lights. The child's resolution is that to remove the witch, the light must always be on. These two slides present multiple themes of constructivism, including collaboration, communication, and the parents' prior knowledge on how to handle witches. I wanted to focus on the problem-solving aspect, as the child had the problem of being afraid, and the solution was to keep that fear away. Even on my way to school, I was scared that a dragon would appear out of nowhere. I asked my friend to walk with me one day, and he said that he was used to fighting off monsters and was never scared. Although I was worried at first, it was definitely better than being alone. The issue in these slides is that the child is afraid of walking to school. To come up with a solution, the child asks a friend for his expertise, or prior knowledge, in fighting off monsters. Through the child's friend, the child can overcome the fear of walking to school. If someone is having a difficult time with the task, usually some form of training or meditation can help the struggling person become more capable. After a while, I learned that I could go outside and be brave without my friend helping me. There was a time when I talked to my monster teacher and I was so frightened. I thought she was going to eat me. But when I talked to her, she was so sweet. She expressed that she wanted to help me learn. She would give me candy when I answered questions right. So here the child has the problem of being afraid of their teacher, and they overcame this fear with communication. By talking to the teacher, the child discovered that there really wasn't a problem at all. Obtaining and understanding an issue with another person is a key part to solving most problems. I would almost faint every time I went to the doctor. I knew he wanted my brain for his evil sciences. But then I remembered how nice the teacher was when I talked to her, so I decided to introduce myself to the doctor. I found out he was dorky, and he liked the same cartoons as I did. The problem the child has here is that they were afraid of the doctor as well, but by using the ability to critically think about how they had handled the teacher and applying that knowledge to the doctor, the child was able to solve their problems. After overcoming all of these fears, I finally realized that I became brave. I didn't always have to have the light on downstairs, and I never had to run to the bus because of monsters chasing me. So if my friends or my little sister ever needs help, I know that I can help her be brave as well. These last slides answer the problem of what it means to be brave. The child found that to be brave, they needed to be able to overcome their fears. Meaningful context allows someone to apply experience or knowledge, which is what the character decides to do for their sibling. The child taught her how to be brave, or rather, how to overcome her fears when she has them, and they used prior knowledge on how to overcome a fear to help their sister overcome hers as well. Thank you for joining me. That's all we've got.